Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and do well and taught me the truth out of the Bible, and amongst other things. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered to all four corners of the earth, my fellow laborers who push in this work and word in truth and sincerity all across the globe. Shalom. This is your brother Talmayat from the J-Met Holland branch coming back at you with another lesson to the spirit, the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So you see it over here. Let me read this article. This is from 94 News, and it reads: Minister of Foreign Trade spent 3 million euros on this Rockefeller company. So let me read a little bit. Did you know that the Minister of Foreign Trade and Development Corporation has spent over 3 million euros on Rockefeller Philanthropy advisors from your tax money? So even though these Rockefellers, are the elite, the richest, so that they got all the riches. They are the richest of the world, of the earth. They have everything what their heart desires. Still, they're gonna take your money to capitalize on and invest in all these, yes, these really wicked goals, man. You see. So let me look who is that Minister of Foreign Trade and Development Corporation that is here in the Netherlands. So let me look it up. Bear with me. So that is she. What is her name? Renette Klaver. And Renette Cleaver, how you want to say it? Cleaver. Renette Cleaver, Minister of Foreign Trade and Development Aid, born, blah, 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 blah. All this. So that is she. So you see the face. And it could be that it is also from the previous cabinet, because in 2024 this cabinet was set in place. So it can also can be from the previous cabinet. And I think, let me see, bear with me. I have to put Slovakia. Let me see for a moment. 2023. So this was also a woman from 2023. Bear with me. 2023, and maybe if put it like this, 2021. Can we do that? Let me see. How do you get? 21. I get nothing. Let me translate it. Minister for Foreign Trade 2021. I don't see maybe images. They give me only the women. Or I think this guy. Yeah, but you get it, man. It is one of them, but it is here in the Netherlands, so you see the face. You see your face with it, I don't want to see them anymore. So, but now, for now, it is this woman on this particular moment, So, let me get back to the article. Bear with me. So yeah, man. So that is what it is. So the Rockefeller Philanthropy advisors. Let me go over there. Look what it is. I want to know that, and then we're gonna read further. Let me see. look it up. RPA, the Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors Home. Let you look at the wiki. Is a 501c3 non-profit organization. So the 501c3 non-profit organization that currently advises on and manages more than 200 million in annual charitable givings. Its headquarters are in New York City with offices in Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. It traces its antecedents to John D. Rockefeller Sr., who in 1891 began to professionally manage his philanthropy as if were a business founded in 2001 with thoughtful and effective philanthropy as its one and only mission. Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors has grown into one of the world's largest philanthropic service organizations, having overseen more than $4 billion to date in grant making across the globe. See, so these are these are the wicked men. These are the one who rules the world. But everybody always wants to sit there. There is no elite power who rules the world, but they are there, man. Look the money that they get. If you have the money, it doesn't matter who's the president. It's also one of the quotes of the Rockefellers, man. One of these Rockefellers, doesn't matter, give me the nation's natural resources, the money, the banking, and it doesn't matter who's ruling. It's like Trump. Trump is being steered by these people, man, you see, and the Rothschilds, the elites of the earth, man, the Rockefellers. They are calling the shots, man. They are saying, if they say jump, Trump got this ask how high, man. That is how it is, man. You see? And mainly they are, from the small heads, man. But let me go back to the article, bear with me. So, let me go back. 3 million wasted on consultancy firm that advises on philanthropic projects in the areas of arts and culture, climate, financial inclusion, and equality. You see? So this woman that we were seeing, this one is Renetta Cleaver, is really a puppet, but she calling the shots, she got a budget, and she's playing with the tax money from these Dutch, of the Dutch citizens, man, of the people, the citizens of the Netherlands. So, because why? She's hearkening to wicked, she hearkening to wicked rulers, man. You see, wicked leaders, man. So, matter of fact, and advisor, because that company is an advice company. So, let me go to scripture real quick. And then we're going to read further, bear with me. God, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 1, of verse 12, Salakia. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. You see, if a ruler pays attention to liars, all his advisors will be wicked, you see. So, it's like the prime minister over here, he's listening to these organizations. So his advisors, they're all going to be liars also, the one who's going to give advice, they're going to be wicked too, you see. So, and who are these liars? Are these elites, man? They are whispering and calling the shots and telling them what they need to do. So, really a foreign entity in America can come to the Netherlands and tell you what you have to do, man. So, they got a whole different constitution, and still they place all their wicked agendas all across the globe to everybody. So that means that they are calling the shot worldwide, man. Worldwide, Salakia. You see? And that is what these elites are doing, man. Coming with all their wicked agendas, man, and they're using these people like this, for to perform their agenda, man. And a lot of them are set there, to really do their bidding, man, because that is what it is, if you are not cooperating with their agenda, then you ain't gonna be put over them, man. These are all puppets, wicked advisors, and wicked rulers what you have, so you see that what is happening, because why? They're listening to lies, man. They are being instructed with lies. So let me go back to the article. So let me read further. uh, Actually, the entire woke diversity and inclusion agenda with the sustainable development goals that should have turned our beautiful country into socialist utopia by 2030, notes former member of the parliament Wibren van Haga. Yeah, this guy was a former parliament, and yeah, he said these things, so he got inside information, and this is also a clear thing that you can see that their own tongue has fallen upon himself. And he said that a beautiful country, like the Netherlands, but there's nothing beautiful on it, because everything that you people, you devils really built is on the back of the cake, man, of slavery, man. You didn't do things on because you always want to fool yourself that y'all did things by hard laboring. No, you stole all the gold. You had the Israelites as slavery. Took them out of Africa. You know, and still the day of today, Suriname. You traded Suriname with New York, or if you traded New York with Suriname. So you devils got a lot of stake in the transatlantic slavery, man. And that's why you're paying for all the things that you did, man, because you thought that this would continue forever, because why? The Lord, the deceived and the deceiver are His. The king's heart is in the Lord's hand, man, and that is what is happening now with y'all. The Lord is steering everything. Your downfall is here, man. You see, it ain't gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse. And we are still here, of course. But that's why we are praying to Yahweh Shem Yahshua that we're gonna be protected in the days to come. Because hey, it is getting worse and worse, man. You see. So that is what is happening, man. So that's why now people are going crazy. We're gonna go also a little bit to the comments, because I'm a comment guy. I like to see, But Esau is going crazy, man, complaining and feeling the squeeze, man, because they see that what these elites are doing with them, man. You see. So let me go to scripture real quick. Bear with me. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10. And verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Yeah, because if you had wise people over here, judges, and also the judges, man, if you see that whole justice system is a joke, and it started especially in 2020, man, with the whole OVID thing, they place their own people there, man, and the likes of these people that we are reading about, man, the Rockefeller, the Wright, you know, the WF. You're gonna see it, man. That is, the Club of Rome. It is them. They are ruling behind the scene and set all these puppet leaders, in place, and that's why these things are happening, man. There is justice is far, man. You see, but hey, for Jacob it always was like that. But now the Edomites, the Dutch the Edomites from the Dutch are feeling it like, hey, because before, always, they had all the privileges, but that is it's just over. You see. And that they see it, man, that their own government really, they see the agenda of how you say it, these asylums, asylum so like, yeah, man, of these immigrants, let me say it like that, are coming over here. They are the first one that getting a house, even above Jake. They're getting everything. So Esau is losing it. They see it like, hey, man, they have no privileges anymore, man. If they go protesting, they are the one who's getting whooped. And if these migrants, doing this, because of a week ago, you see these migrants, they was at the beach, and there was terrorized. He had also a few Jakes. Also, Jake always want to be in the midst of BS. Also, a lot of time, but that's another story. But yeah, man, and Esau's getting is going. Yeah, you need to kick them out, deport them, and this and that, and because this is what they are creating, that tension, because they want these race riots, man. You see that, and it is not like still, it is not like Babylon the Great, but that hate, that Esau, that ancient hate is being stirred up again. So Salakia, let me read again. And as the judge of the people himself is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is. Such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Yeah. So, and they are, the point is in the unwise king, and that is what they are, man. You see, and how the judges saw the people, and that's why you see the love of many waxing cold. Crime is all time high. These mom and pops businesses are they are being shut down, because why? This is the agenda of these elites, man. You see, they're founding these things to break things down, and a place like here in the Netherlands is small. You cannot compare it with Mystery Babylon, aka America. You cannot compare it with that. You see, so they doing these things. They're how you say it, their projects, because it is a project, what they are financing and put in place, and the testing ground. Let me say it like that, And the Netherlands is a perfect testing ground, and that is what they are really basically are doing before they really gonna put it in place in Babylon the Great, So these elites, this is what they are doing, man, creating these 50-minute cities. You see, everything is changing rapidly here in the Netherlands, man. So this is what they are doing, and this is through their, this is, they are destroying really, the old world, and want to set up a new, by all means necessary, and also with by deletion of a lot of people too, and that's why, like I was saying, these mom and pops businesses are shutting down, There's also a whole thing over here. People are complaining, and they see these big companies like Starbucks, and during the pandemic, Mickey D and all these big companies, they was held up, they was getting money also from the government, and they don't have to pay it back, but all these small mom and pops businesses, they have to pay it back, and these other these big companies, they don't have to pay taxes, man. So the people are going crazy, but this is all by design by these people, man. These people, the Rothschilds, man. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, they're all one, man. You see? So, and this is what they are doing with your tax money, and you Dutch people, a lot of you are weak. A lot of you are stupid. You don't understand what's going on. If you can go, have your bread at circus, and go to the soccer game, and drink, and it's just like Rome all over again, and it is funny, but this is really what is going on. So no secret, Rockefeller philanthropy advisor is named after the billionaire sociopath John D. Rockefeller, who believed in a new world order so the elite could run the world. You see, so this is really what they are planning way back before. This is nothing that it came all of a sudden. They was planning it. I have made numerous videos about, how Amsterdam was in it, and in the Netherlands and in Amsterdam, how since 25 years ago, they all was ready, busy with building towards the 50-minute city, towards the 2030 goals. This is already planned. This is nothing new, but they have to do this gradually, man. It's like the frog in the pot cooking. That is what they do. And they put you in the pot, in cold water, and then they light up the stove, and slowly and gradually you are baked, cooked. You see, that is what they are doing, man. So his five sons have set up the Rockefeller brothers found Slovakia to this end and have no secret of their plans. Biochemical engineer Ifor Cummins said on the podcast as Dr. Drew. Let me look it up. I ain't gonna play it, but this is what it
Hey,
is.
welcome, and thank you for joining me today. I am not Dr. Drew Pinsky. I'm Kelly Victory, filling in.
So you can watch this video. I ain't gonna play it, but you see, globalist utopia master plan. I for comments on Gates, of course. You see, the Gates, the Rockefeller with Dr. Kelly Victory as Dr. Drew. So you can look this for yourself, and you're gonna get the whole what they try to plan, man. So let me go back to the. Let me go back to the article. So yeah, so his five sons have set up a Rockefeller Brother Fund. So what is the Rockefeller Brother Fund? Let's look it up. So lucky I always want to see what's going on. Yeah, this is the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, and it is the Rockefeller's Brother Fund. Let me look at the Wikipedia. The RBF, they call also the RBF, is a philanthropic foundation created and run by members of the Rockefeller family. It was founded in New York City in 1940 as the primary philanthropic vehicle for the five third-generation Rockefeller brothers, John, Nelson, Lawrence, and Winthrop, and David. It is distinct from the Rockefeller Foundation. The Rockefellers are an industrial, political, and banking family that made one of the world's largest fortunes in oil business during the late 19th and early 20th century. You see? So this is, you see? The endowment is 1.27 billion in 2020. So that is what it is, man. So let me go back. So yeah, man. So in the 1950s, they worked out their plan in detail. They were divided into four categories: climate disasters, demics, financial crisis, and the T-ism. Step one, create a problem. That is what they do. Step two, convince the people that they need a world government to solve this problem. And is this not the talks that they're talking about? One global world, one world. You see, it has been 70 years now that it has been 70 years now, and they've come a long way. They knew it would take so like a half a century to a century to realize their plans. Risk analysis. So like yeah. Uh, They started founding all sorts of organizations and activist groups, with the result that many climate scientists now believe that there is a climate crisis. The IPCC climate panel and the Club of Rome were set up for this purpose. And what is the IPCC? What is that? Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So they set this up too. So, man, you know that they are behind everything, man. You see? And this is the part of this, also the Secret Council, the Club of Rome. You see? The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is, this is from the Dutch. You see? Let me translate it, for the brothers who. So this is, let's see, I was in Dutch. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is an intergovernmental organization. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is an organization of the United Nations that assesses the risk of climate change. So yeah, we already know, So this is founded by yours truly, the Rockefellers, man, the Rothschilds, they all one in the same, man. The IPCC climate panel and the Club of Rome were set up for this purpose. You see, this was set up by them. When the Mexican flu broke out, the media quickly began to question the demic. Yeah, that was happening in the Netherlands, I think 13, 14 years ago, 2010, something like that, 15 years ago. They saw through the game and their plans fell apart. Then all major media were bought up or bribed to prevent this from happening again. And this is what has happened, because all your media and everything is in the hands of them, man. You see? So this is what they are doing, man. And that's why they prepare everything for a long time. Let me go to scripture. Esau is preparing all these things for a long time, and they are boasting about it, man. So let me go over here to the book of Psalms. Uh, 64, and it reads, and verse 6, Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see? So they search out iniquity. So they're searching these things out to set up a group, make a whole plan, how they're gonna do it, how they make a controlled opposite, the paradigm of Republican and Democrats. They are all the same, and they do the same thing here in the Netherlands with all these parties, and everybody think like, oh, let me vote for this, let me vote that. They're all one the same and the same, man. They're all, they're all, how you say it? They're all bringing out the agenda, sometimes in a different form. Look at Trump. A lot of people thought that, hey, man, because Trump is the one, going to change everything. He going to drain the swamp, but he is part of the swamp. He's the thing. Now people are figuring out that he is the thing of the swamp, man. It's funny, but yeah, man, inside joke. But that is what it is, man. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see, matter of fact, I have to jump a little bit up, man, to verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. The commune of laying snares. Privily, they say, who shall see them? And it is also a thing of them, what they are doing. You see, they be like, hey, who will see them, man? Nobody sees. The Heavenly Father doesn't see. The people don't see. They are blind, and they and all their the constituents, they are they are encouraging themselves like, hey, man, we can do it, you can do it, let me do it, let me plan it, And with no fear, they take your money too, and your own money they use it against you to to bring all these wicked plans to pass, man. You see, so that is the devil for you, man. Verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Yeah, that is what it is, man. The inward thought, is everything what they think and how they plan it. It is done really, really, how you say it? It is done to the T, you know. And yeah, the mind, they are cunning. The mind is deep, man. The way that they are putting the plans together, man. You see? So this is Esau what we're talking about, man. The wicked, man. You see? And that's why they're constantly plotting, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse, let me go over here. And verse 12, the wicked plotted against the just and gnash it upon him with his teeth. Yeah, man. And that is what they are doing. They gnash with the teeth. They plot constantly against the godly. And the godly are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because really they are plotting against us, man. You see? That's why these the snake juice and all these things, they really thought that they could get really Jake, but now it is also their people because they don't care. They're also their own, man. You see? That's why we was reading. If you know that he cannot govern the earth, man. You see, because he got plans to delete a lot of people, but it is gonna backfire to him, man. You see, all these things that he's doing is gonna backfire, man, right in his face, man. You see. So verse 13, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he see that his day is coming. Yeah, and the day of the Edomite empire is almost over, man. And they're being exposed left to right. Like you was reading in the article that they said, like, hey man, their plans doesn't work how they want it, and they're gonna prevail because the Lord is gonna put it in their spirit, to perform their enterprise, but till the prophecies are fulfilled, because they have to fulfill the prophecy to bring in to make it lead to the MOTB, because this is what is really gonna happen, the MOTB is coming, that is what they are pushing, so the Lord has put it in their spirit to do what they have to do to fulfill biblical prophecies, man. So the Lord can step in and get rid of these devils, man, because that is what is going to happen. The Lord is laughing at them, man. The deceived and the deceiver are his, Nobody can outsmart the Lord, man. And Esau thinks he can do that, man. You see, he thinks that he's smart. The Lord said he's wiser than Daniel, but he's not wiser than the Lord, man. So let me read further. Gone. In 2006, the American think that Rand Corporation, commissioned by the World Economic Forum, produced a risk analysis for the 2020s. The think tank, which has close ties to the Pentagon and the defense industry, saw a pandemic as the greatest threat. You see? So this is all this was all staged, man. Really, if I have to say it like that, man. You see? This was all staged, man. This is something out of the playbook, man. You see? And what is Rand? Let me see. What is Rand? Let me read further and then we're going to go into it. And this is also described in the Rockefeller Foundation 2010 lockstep scenario. Is that governments would have to take authoritarian measures to gain control over the population and combat misinformation. Comments reiterate, Salakia, that is what I have. Reiterate that Rand came up with the analysis I'm tired, man. Analysis. Wow. Let me read it again. Commons reiterated that Rand came up with this and analysis, whoa, as far back as 2006. Yes, that is what it is. Yeah, but rent. What is rent? Let me look it up. Rent. Rand is a research organization that develops solutions to public policy challenges to help make communities throughout the world safer and more secure. And you see, so this is that's why America is Babylon the Great, man, and then meddling in all the countries and lands where everybody is, man. You see, so this is what they're doing, man. The RAND Corporation is an American think tank established in 1946 by the United States Air Force on the contract to the Douglas Aircraft Company in May 1948. RAND became an independent non-profit organization, of course, you see. The acronym RAND is a contraction of research and development, you see. So this is what to make the world safer. They make it a hell, because this is all financed by the Rockefellers, man. You see, so this is what they're doing, man. That is rant. So let me go back. Let me go to Operation Lockstep also. Operation Lockstep. What is this up? Wait, so like Operation Lockstep. Google. Lockstep program. Rockefeller, because Rockefeller. You see, you get Operation Lockstep. Yeah, you see it as a fact check, and you don't get much on Google, but I'm gonna look for it, man. At the foundation, we have always tried to imagine, inspire, bold, they make it beautiful here on Google, of course, Let me look it up, man. Wait. Yeah, let me get it over here on DuckDuckGo. And here you see the lockstep document from the Rockefeller Foundation. So you see it. Scenarios for the future of technology and international development. So the contents: letter from Judith Rodin, letter from Peter Schwartz, why scenarios, why technology, the focal question: engaging your imagination, the scenario framework, choosing the critical uncertainties, global political and economic alignment, adaptive capacity, the scenario narratives, lockstep, clever together, hack attack, smart scramble, including thoughts, appendix. So you see here, you see it here, topics, publication in 2010 and 2005, scenarios for the future, technology, international development, Rockefeller Foundation, lockstep, sustainable development, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, transhumanism, pandemic, open source. This is what it is, man. Made by the by the Rockefeller. So you can look it for yourself, because for time's sake, I ain't gonna go into that. But you can find this by yourself, You see what I was typing, you see, and you can read all this, Because you ain't gonna find this, so you can download it. I downloaded it too, you see. And then you're gonna see what they have planned ahead, what they want, you know, and this gonna go all into the MOTB, man. You see? So yeah, man, let me go back to the article, man. So yeah, where I was, yeah, young global leaders, they have learned lessons from the past and perfected, wow, I'm tired, man, perfected their plans to achieve maximum effect. Comments further uh, pointed out that since 1993, the WEF has indoctrinated some 4,000 young global leaders, including uh, Gail Bates, Justin Trudeau, Jacinda Ardern, Emmanuel Macron, and a number of other miscreants. They were placed in key positions in time to step into their roles in 2020. And even Putin, man, you know, the all young global leaders, man. So you see that this is all created by them, man. These elites, man. You see? So let me go to a few. Let me see what they say here. Gives 3 million tax money to an organization that itself is filthy rich. Yeah, what I was saying. But to be honest, I didn't read the comment yet, you know. But to be honest, in this time we live, in the times we live in now, nothing surprises me anymore. It is also very interesting to read that day after the debacle of the Mexican demic, you know, have taken a different course. Here it is again clear that the sentence the WHO controls the media can go anywhere. It's 100% true. Yeah, it is true, man. And they try to debunk it through, you know, with with their, you know, fact check and blah 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 blah. But it is also a legion of trolls they said over there. You see, another American bitch made it about, yes, sing, and she would sing like birds together. Yeah, the whole house of cards is falling down, but really Esau's world is crumbling down, man. You see. So let me go to a few scriptures. You know, I have enough, and then we're gonna close out. God, let me see. God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a faint thing? Yeah, why these heathens are raging, man? You see, and they imagine a faint thing that they can create a new world and that, you know, matter of fact, let me get it, and that their house is gonna continue forever, man. That is really what Esau has in his mind. This is Psalm chapter 49 and verse 11. The inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever, and that the dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own names. Yeah, man. And that is really what Esau is thinking, man. That, you know, after they create, you know, they created that dystopian world, you know, and where they have delete a lot of people, that they will rise as the phoenix, you know, and that that they gonna continue forever, man. You know, probably thinking also that they can go to Mars, you know, even though they cannot go past through the Van Allen belt, but still they think that they dream it, and you can ask Elon Musk that they really gonna fly to Mars, man. You know, they're gonna fly on to Mars. That is what they're thinking, you know. You see? But the Lord is gonna cast them down, man. You see, the Lord is gonna Esau's kingdom is gonna go down, man. Babylon the Great is gonna fall, man. And hard too, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be really Esau is gonna go down very soon, man. These elites, you know, they are set for a time purpose, man, and that is what it is. So let me go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8. Let me go straight to the point. Yeah, let me start with verse 9 and jump a little bit down. I have, and I'm going to read it in the NLT. I have thought deeply about all that goes on there, here under the sun, where people have the power to hurt each other. Yeah, it's just total only pain and hurt and madness, man. Because why? They left the Bible, man. You see, and Esau is doing his own thing, and the Lord really gave him really a chance, to uphold the Bible. But yeah, he's accustomed to do evil, man. He cannot do good because he's wired like that, man. You see. And let me jump down. Let me jump down a little bit, or to 11, because sentence against an evil work in the let me, yeah, I'm gonna read it in the King James Version. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, because they said, hey man, you ain't gonna get punished for crimes, man, and especially in Babylon the Great, man. There is no judgment. You see, nothing is happening. The wicked is getting rewarded for evilness that they are doing. You see, so people think that it is all good, man. You see that you can sin and be a complete demon. You see, though a sinner do evil and 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which fear before him. So if you fear the Heavenly Father, you know, then hey, you're gonna be better off, man. Even though you see all this wickedness is happening, but hey, we are fearing the Lord, man. We know the power of the Lord, man. That the Lord ain't making jokes, man. The Lord is slow to wrath, man. But when He's gonna unleash His wrath upon this earth, man, you're gonna be glad that you really on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see. But the last verse, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh. You see? So they now you see that they can do what they want, but hey, the Lord is gonna punish them for that, man. Punishment is coming for the wicked, man, and mainly Esau Edom, because they are the head in charge, man, in wickedness. These banking families are there, and mainly the Amalekites. What the Lord said, man, I will have war with Amalek forever, man. You see. So Esau is gonna get it, man. Esau ain't gonna escape, man. You see, and when the Lord is gonna send His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, it is done, man. So let me read the last scripture, and I'm gonna close out, man. This is Isaiah chapter 13, and let me see. And verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Yeah, man, and that is Esau, man. You see, the haughty one, the terrible one. You see, the Lord is gonna punish the world for the evil and wickedness, man. You see, that is what the Lord is about to do, man. So the Lord is gonna come for the evil, for the wicked, man. You see, and as mainly, Esau, Edom, but also 2/3 of our people, man. The world is gonna get punished, man, for the wickedness. So these Dutch ministers and these people that think they are in power and can do what they want and oppressing the people, and especially Jake, they're gonna get it, man. You Edomites, slavery is waiting for you, man, for what you did to the children of Israel. So you ain't gonna escape. So we are rejoicing to see what is going on, and your own tongue is fall upon yourself, man. You see, because we see clearly what you are doing, man. You see, and you don't hide it even anymore, man. So it's beautiful, man. So yeah, man, with that, I want to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash, Shalom, and Abad Babal.